Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to give you an update on the Nore and the Woo affiliate saga, the debacle, the problem, the mishap. Now, I know a lot of y'all remember that DJ EFN and Nore has said some disturbing comments about the Wu-Tang Clan affiliates while Mickey Fax was on the show. And I personally was appalled about him because I'm a Wu baby. I grew up in that. Wu Syndicate was one of my favorite groups. I'm from down south. They're from North Carolina. No, they're from the Carolinas, Where Was Heaven, which was the hardest track. Shout outs to Wu Killer Bees. Shout outs to Killer Army, 12 O'Clock. It's American Cream Team. It's a number of them. Sons of Man. So it was kind of disturbing that they even mentioned something like that, not knowing that the blowback was not going to be so extent. The blowback was going to be so hard, especially guys over 30 who thrive and listen to off of this Wu-Tang Clan. Now, Nore and DJ Effort didn't try to issue an apology, which was a little bit dry. It was dry. Mickey Fax did one first, then they came out after they seen the blowback. Now, Nore and DJ Effort sat down, and as I record, let me speak through this article. So Nore goes and says, even now and then we might joke a little too much and might say something we wasn't supposed to say, but our show is about giving flower. Nore begins, and especially for people who came before us while we were there and definitely after was there. And we always been that. Addressing the clip, as far as word that was used, we take ownership. That should have never came out like that, and that's not what we meant. No, you called them flunkies, and in the hood, we know what that means. So Nore then talks about approaching Killer Priest and attempting to straighten things out before an on-air explanation. It was just towards them sons of man, he said. I never mentioned these other guys' names. Not me. And when you mention these other guys' names, you mention it in respect. When Mickey Fax mentioned the other guys' names, I believe Killer Army, it was out of respect. We all about giving love. We all about giving flowers, not taking away flowers. EFN added, we had some conversations behind the scene. One thing that got to be clear, there was no disrespect intended. We wasn't trying to tarnish anyone's legacy. Nore hops into Twitter, said especially Wu-Tang and the Wu-Tang affiliates, but for us using the word, we're extremely wrong, and I was extremely wrong, and I was one to be used word and taking blame. It was extremely wrong. Sons of Man, I personally reached out to Killer Priest and told him to spread the word. Speaking of Killer Priest, Nore said he wants to right his wrongs and do it in public and video. Killer Priest then reminds Nore that they just lost two members of Brooklyn Zoo, 12 O'Clock and Murdoch. And we fam forever, he says. We always been fam. I'm not going to let 25 years go away because of one bad word that I use. You want to know something? In the media, sometimes people get too big for their britches. And I'm not speaking about that. I'm just speaking about you can be in a mind frame and forget to check yourself when speaking on people. And forget that people are actually love and stuff like that. And I don't know what they were sipping on or what mind frame it was that day, but they just went left field with that one. And they're doing damage control, which is only right. Wu-Tang is a million fans strong. Like 1 million fans strong, if not more. So when they said the affiliates, like, they're not even being mentioned, it's some guys who collect Wu stuff, and the affiliates is just as important as the main members. But hey, who am I? I'm just a YouTuber. I'm just saying. Finally, is happy that they got the respect that they did. I do know, I think some of these guys are not taking that as an apology. Because it does seem kind of say we meant to give flowers, but you say the guys that wasn't even mentioned, the flunkies. That was kind of trying to understand how you didn't mean nothing negative. But hey, maybe my linguistic skills is not the best. But we'll see what happens. Peace.